Are you?
Yeah. Let me ask you, though, seriously, I mean, you don't use both legs every day, do you?
Yeah, I usually do use both every day. I'm fortunate enough to have two, so I do use two every day.
I'm just saying, you can get good money for one of them if it's just sitting there going to waste.
Speaking of, I might need some of that.
Well, I'll tell you what, in the meantime, let's look at some race cars.
Let's do it.
Let's see what race cars look pretty coming up, Coke 600. Oh, folks, we are looking at every paint scheme for the upcoming Coke 600, and we're going to do it in the order that they finished in the All-Star race. What do you think about that, Jordan?
I like it. It's a special week for schemes here at the Coke 600.
Yeah. They like to get the red, white, and blue going real hard on everything. I'm sure the foreigners who aren't even American will be forced to drive red, white, and blue cars as well.
Wow.
That's fine with me. It's Memorial Day. We're going to memorialize things. Let's just get into it.
Yeah.
Last week's winner, the man who stomped them all.
Wow. It's
Big Young Money.
Here comes the money.
Young Kyle Larson puts a whooping down.
It's the same scheme with some stars.
Basically, yeah.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a little more.
A little more patriotic.
Yeah, right. That's the idea. Rick's gonna take it patriotic. You know how Rick is.
The smoke throwback looked good, but it just never changes.
Yeah.
Hendrick.
He makes that money on it, and he loves it. He absolutely does. So
Yes.
I don't blame him. I like it though. It's simple. And I kind of like that. It kind of reminds me of Pepsi cans in the 90s when they do the patriotic 4th of July thing.
Good call.
Had that kind of motif to it. Coming in second.
Is this strawberry?
This is strawberry Dr. Pepper they've got.
Strawberry vanilla? What? Strawberries and cream.
It's like a cream soda, I guess, with strawberries.
And cream.
Terrible execution of a paint scheme, though. Look at all that spare room back there.
And just like throwback weekend, they're just going against the grain for the rest of the field.
Yeah, I didn't care for the throwback. Man,
it wasn't a
Dr.
throwback.
Pepper's been around forever. You could do such a throwback, right?
Yeah.
Here's Bubba second, though. A lot of people not happy with this. This is a big controversy at the All-Star race.
You take Kyle Larson out, it's probably a good race.
Probably, right. If he didn't dominate 145 of 200 laps, absolutely.
Yeah, my guy was up there for the first 50, 60 laps.
Yeah, he had 55, something like that. He led. Like a fourth
won the qualifying heat race.
All the laps other that Larson didn't lead, right? They were the only leader, so I guess so. Bubba here, though, good showing. Terrible what happened with some fans getting on his radio and being racist, apparently. They got into his radio broadcast and said something. I don't know. Dale Jr. talked about it today.
They hacked they talked to him during the race?
So
Well, I saw that investigation. Did anything come out yet from that investigation?
No, I mean supposedly though they have a recording. The only thing I know for sure is he needs to go home or something, or Dale Jr. Or maybe that's what Dale Jr. said. A guy at Darlington was down at the stage with the 75 greatest, were shaking hands with all the current drivers as they walked by, and he's like this guy in the front. He's like, I was watching him, and he was just so happy about everybody until Bubba came out, and he was like, "Go home, you go home." And Bubba.
And this is a guy that works for NASCAR?
No, this was just a random fan.
Oh,
but Dale Jr.'s like it blew his mind.
Yeah,
and then this happens.
One of the guys you interviewed at Darlington was not a Bubba fan either.
He was not a Bubba fan. We didn't get into that, but
I
not a Bubba fan.
I don't mind him. I don't mind
Bubba at all. He's a good guy. He came to our high school and talked to kids and stuff, and he's a great guy.
Good.
Right here, though, this is hotness.
This is cool. This is cool.
Is something.
First of all, not only is it, we know that Michael Jordan's the owner.
Right.
The Jumpman brand's going to be all over it.
Absolutely.
But it's in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Where
Tar Heel Blue, right?
Tar Heel Blue.
Absolutely.
And it's
hot.
It's sweet.
Yeah. It's so simple.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even matter. You're just like, that's hot.
They haven't had this before, have they?
No, they did a Jumpman before, but it wasn't this Tar Heel deal. Remember, Kurt had the Jumpman when he won Kansas before he had to go out.
Oh, okay.
It was like a black one.
Yeah, this one is sweet.
Yeah, it's killer. Absolutely. He got a good finish, so the entire 23-11 there coming in strong.
Yeah.
Hey, the number 14 got him a good finish. Somebody I was talking to at Darlington and interviewing was talking about how he was sucking pretty bad, and B.J. McLeod was beating him.
He's
So he
not
had to
had
show
a
him
bad
up.
year. He's kind of had a quiet year, but not
top
bad.
5 here, so he
But the
puts
whole
up a
team
Darlington.
is struggling.
At the All-Star race.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he didn't get any
Stuart
points for
Haas.
this fourth
Yeah.
place finish either, so it's
Man.
kind of wasted. He got nothing, but
What do you think the purse is for the 4th place finish?
nothing in the All-Star race.
You don't.
The
they
winner gets $1
something.
million, and no, everybody else gets nothing.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive on that one.
Wow.
Every other place, pays in every other race, but to my understanding,
Okay.
maybe they changed the rules for All-Star race every freaking year.
Yeah,
so
that's
who knows?
right. But then Dell Jr. had a
boss, Jimmy.
yeah. Dell
I'm
Jr.
the boss.
Dell Jr. has a lot of
Yeah.
input on the format, and
Yeah.
Dell Jr. didn't want any gimmicks,
Sure.
and they didn't get any gimmicks
No.
this year.
No. I like
Start at the
format.
back, pass 20-some people, and win.
Yeah.
That's
hey,
no gimmicks.
that was
about
a race. The man whooped him.
What-
It wasn't the most exciting thing, but listen.
Well, we heard what Kyle Larson called it when he got out of the car.
A whooping? What do you call it?
A good old-fashioned whipping.
A whipping. Well, listen. As a NASCAR historian, y'all wanted North Wilkesboro back. There you go. Go back
Yeah.
and watch a race from the 1995. That's what it's like.
Is it?
It's the same thing.
But you know what I really, I wasn't as familiar with it from North Wilkesboro. I was so glad to see an old track back for sure.
yeah.
But you know what I like, though, when they were passing?
Yeah.
Old Bristol bump and run.
Exactly. And that's what you got. We just had one car that skunked everybody, and that happens there
Yeah.
sometimes. But the rest of the race was awesome if you had to move a guy out of your
Yeah,
way.
and so
was
it
action.
it reminded me, you take old Bristol
Right.
and you mix it with Martinsville. And that's
Kinda.
just a
And
mix.
have an uphill and a downhill and a third odd weird turn thing.
But
Listen, I
it-
probably shouldn't admit this on the internet. One time I went to North Wilkesboro. I don't know. When was that?
well, 96 was the last race, right?
Yeah, so I went, 8 years ago and entered North Wilkesboro and toured the facilities. I went through everything.
wow.
The press box, one of the press
I-
boxes, roofs had collapsed in from water. There were birds living in there.
Okay.
I walked the track. The track is slanted.
Yeah.
Definitely up when you're coming out of 4. You're looking downhill at 1, standing on the track. Yeah.
Wow.
I went up. The
It-
car lift didn't work. Of course, there was no power. I'm not telling you I broke into North Wilkesboro, but I saw all the things that I needed to see that day.
Wow.
I'm not telling you to go. The pictures are on my
It's-
Facebook. I'm not hiding it very well.
it's
Anyway,
cool,
let's get
though.
on to these paid schemes. What
Yeah.
about number 9? What do you
That's
think?
cool. I like it. Very patriotic again.
Another flat, kind of like the 5. They
Yeah.
kind of got this just okay, no 3-dimensional. It's good.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
Coming out big lizard time.
Until I read it, I was thinking interstate batteries.
Yeah, right. I like green though. I like
Yeah.
neon green.
This
I love.
is cool. The wheels are cool on this one.
Yes, painted wheels. Penske with painted wheels. Listen, and we just started a new thing about a week ago, just out of the blue. We decided a new segment. We have rap of the week always. We each pick the best
Yeah,
rap.
yeah.
So now, reptilian of the week. Who's the
Re-
who's the most likely to be a lizard man?
Rip
This
to-
week,
is
just
this-
looking at this car, Ryan Blaney's going to be the reptilian lizard man of the week.
That is cool. That is so cool.
I mean, that looks lizardy, right? I
Yeah.
mean, Justin's not here to tell us about lizards.
You're right. You're incorporating his gifts and skills on the show.
Yeah, right?
I like it.
Right?
I like it.
You got to know what's going on with that. All right, let's take a look one more. They did. They made the man from Mexico drive an American car. But you know what? He was going to drive this American car anyway.
Well, yeah, and we've seen this paint scheme on the 1 and the 99 all year long.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a cool scheme,
Right?
but
I like it.
yeah, we're not getting a Mexican flag scheme, that's for sure.
Probably not. Probably not. I would
'Cause-
bet that would be a hard
but
one.
The, but the big thing on this is that jockey brand
Yeah.
is made in America.
Right.
Not because of Daniel Suarez. It's just the jockey
Right,
brand made
of
in
course.
America. So
But, I mean, do you think we can find a company who wants their slogan to be made in Mexico? Do you think
Well,
a company would put that on their car?
the ironic part about this whole thing is there's a lot of Chevys assembled in Mexico.
Oh, yeah, right. Or Canada.
Yeah.
A lot of other places than America.
Toyotas.
The
Toys in America.
The Camry's a much more American
Yes, that is true.
than the Chevy or the
That
Ford
is
is
true.
these days.
And
By parts and
speaking
labor-wise, yeah, that's true.
Well, I'll just wait till we get to the car, and then
Okay.
we can talk about
I tell
it.
you what, though, let me ask you this as we're going to break. Do you like free stuff?
I like free stuff.
We've got 3 free autographs we're giving away. We're constantly giving away things if you'll just take them.
What drivers do you have this week?
Oh, my gosh. These are classic. Kurt Busch in his first championship ride, and his first ride in the Cup Series, the 97. I put those two together. It's still correct, but I wanted to be detailed. Yeah. The number 78 championship of Martin Truex Jr. has signed that. And the arch rival, possibly, of Kurt, Jimmy Spencer, who punched him in the face once, also a signed autograph. 3 signed autographs. All you got to do, what do you know what to do?
You got to comment who's going to win the race this week at the Coke 600. If you're right, you get these 3 autographs.
And you get those. That's it. We'll mail them to you.
It's that simple.
You might be the only person who even guesses. And if you're not, oh, well, you tried and you did something, and we're still proud of you. Check out this word from Super Sponsor as we're taking a break here.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
Oh, it's Wrap It Up segment 2. I tell you what, that break seemed like an hour or something.
It did.
Shoo! Man, what a commercial. I hope y'all are checking out White Blaze products and services from all the folks at White Blaze who will take you into the woods and show you actual live ponies and salamanders and all the things that live there.
Yep.
For a reasonable price. They know how to do it. Get a hold of them. Folks, we're looking at paint schemes from the upcoming 600 race. We're down to the finisher last week of number 8 in the finishing order in the All-Star race. Your boy Eric Jones driving that patriotic.
Yeah, and last week he had the absolute classic Petty, STP Classic.
That was the paramount. That was the best of the week.
Yeah.
Definitely, I wish STP would hang in there and just. I mean, I know it's he doesn't own it anymore. Now it's all.
You're the boss, Jimmy.
Jimmy Johnson
I'm
owning
the
it.
boss.
Yeah.
It's still cool. He's still associated.
This
with
one looks cool. Gold number.
I do like the gold number. Jimmy's trying to get some black and gold going, He's all about that. That's going to be Legacy's thing.
Yep, and here we are at this car. Can we just mention it?
Go ahead.
Was it a shock to you, the Toyota, move to Toyota?
Very much. I'm very
just
surprised.
Because it was Jimmy, right?
Right, just because it's Jimmy.
It came out of nowhere. No rumors or anything, right?
I heard people saying that they couldn't believe, Richard Petty can't like this. Bull crap. Richard Petty drove every possible auto manufacturer. He drove Dodge, Chevy, Pontiac, Ford. He went to where there was the best deal. Jimmy's doing the same thing. Toyota's going to give him the best deal.
Yeah, but you still, just Jimmy and Toyota.
I know. I'm with it. Hey,
it was.
Well, listen, Toyota's most winning driver ever, Kyle Busch. Chevy takes him. They're like, oh yeah, we'll take Jimmy Johnson. Put him in a Toyota. See how you like that.
So, but you had to know that you had to know with Jimmy taking over, changes were coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's somebody who's going to take over one day. Grandson of Big Joe. Joe's got so much money in his pockets.
That is true. And then there's just not much to say about this scheme.
There's not much to the scheme. It is the absence of colors, isn't it?
Usual.
And it's usual, yep. Nothing special. Monster doesn't love anybody.
Keep that same conversation going.
Same thing for the 22,
it's
right?
The usual.
What do they want? I don't know. I wish he'd change it up some.
Yeah, well, maybe you could put 29 on the side of it for the old Kevin Harvick shell Pennzoil.
Yeah, just trade the 29 number around each week.
Yeah.
It still reminds me of Harvick, honestly, that paint scheme. But listen, here's a fresh one for the 600 that I'm digging.
Again, Trackhouse coming in clutch with a good paint scheme.
Good. It's pretty good. I got to give it the big energy. I'm digging it. I like the reflective one. Still got the watermelon seeds down there.
You've been to quite a few races recently.
Sure.
And Ross Chastain is getting some great reactions at the track.
He's doing things.
Yeah, he's
he makes it happen.
He's just not out there.
That's the corn dog man.
That's him.
He's not out there just to drive in circles.
Some people think he's got to stick up his butt. He is the corn dog man.
Yeah, he might.
But no, you know what? He does things his way, and he's first in points right now. That tells me he's doing what he should, right?
Well, when you're number one, you should be number one.
There you go. Listen, you can talk all day, but when you're leading the points, kind of backs up your actions. So
It does.
oh my goodness!
Wow.
Have you seen this? Can you see this?
Yeah, it's interesting. Digital camo on the Interstate Batteries car.
Brown.
I know. For me, I know you had the reptilian of the week
Yeah,
for. Was it Ryan Blaney?
Yeah, he had that green Slytherin look there.
Well, this one for me.
You gonna do it? Oh, yeah.
This one is the
Look at that. It does it. Look at
reptilian
this.
of the week.
I can see it. Look at the brown matches. It is very reptilian of the week. Reptilian of the week. How stupid. Okay. This is, you know what? I always
fits
love
the
camo.
bill.
It does. It does. I always like camo. But I don't know. It's just so weird. I like it, but I don't like it. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. It confuses me. I'm scared of it.
I'm always, very patriotic weekend. I'm always appreciative of the way NASCAR honors our military and thanks to those who serve out there. If you're listening, and they put, it's someone.
They got the big energy.
Someone who died in service, right across the hood,
right up on the window banner. Yeah.
Yeah. So we do it for this week, which is a great way to honor someone.
Sure.
But you can't. If Josh Berry drives the 48 car, you can't put Josh Berry up there. I'm not sure why not.
Well, you know what? They can put Josh Berry up there, but they just choose not to. That's a whole thing. Hendricks made a decision on to kind of reassure that that's your car. Don't worry about your ride being taken away.
But it's any sub driver.
I know. But
But
they're allowed to put the name up there. They just
Yeah,
the teams choose
okay.
not to do it because that's that person's car.
Yeah.
That's my understanding. I know a relief
Yeah.
driver can have the name put up there, but for whatever reason you don't want to. I would. For me, of course, you want your normal driver to understand he's got security, but you also want the guy relieving to be like, yeah, I'm driving a car.
Yeah. Well, I like it. Reptilian of the week.
What do you think about your big sport Clippy? I like it better than the normal one.
Yeah.
But I don't like it overall.
The number, they do
Blue.
different things with numbers now.
Yeah.
This is a blue one.
Yeah.
It's
weird. I mean, that's really all they changed, isn't it?
Lot more different
graphics on the bottom.
different things to do with numbers on the next gen car.
Yeah, that's true. The numbers have been a big thing.
Do you remember
though.
at the Bristol 2020 All-Star race where
Yes.
they slid the number?
Yeah,
For
moved
that
it
race.
backwards. Yeah.
It went backwards.
Well, that was a part of the option when they decided this thing. That was while they were trying it out. Supposedly, that was one of the options that NASCAR proposed to drivers. Also, at one point, I'm told that it was told to drivers, how about this? You can put the number anywhere you want to. And the drivers were like, no, we pick a spot. We want everybody's to be in the same spot.
Every car be different.
Yeah, I think that would be weird.
It would be.
you'd get wild with the paint schemes, but it'd look really like some kind of sports car series. I like the number being a certain spot, definitely. Here's the 19. He's saving 10% for the military.
Yep.
He's got Johnny's money.
very,
Big John.
very, very patriotic.
Absolutely. He's sponsoring 2 schemes this week. He sponsors, half the field normally, Johnny does from over at Bass Pro. But both of them kind of got this same feel, but they're a little bit different. We'll see the 3 car coming up here in a little while and take a look at it. The 19, you think he's got a shot to go all the way this year? He won the Clash, and then he's won some real points races. He was running good.
Dover, the man, Mondays at Dover, he's won 3 out of the 4 of his career at
That's
Dover
pretty impressive.
on a Monday.
He knows how to do that, doesn't he?
Yeah. Crazy.
What do you think about this sucker right here?
It looks fast.
It does look fast. It's very 80s to me.
Yeah, you think so?
It reminds me of like a cup I would get in the 80s, like at this place called Frosty Bosty where I grew up. Like they have all these milkshakes and stuff. It just looks like something you'd get there when I was going to Little League.
Malls and Paws?
Malls and Paws, yeah. Malls and Paws, though, I don't know if Johnny ever got any good cups over there.
I'll tell you what Johnny did have
What
was some fireworks in the back of his truck.
Yeah.
That were, you just had to ask.
Yeah, fireworks were great.
July 4th?
Yeah.
We need some real fireworks. that
we always drove to Hanging Rock. We went to Crazy Herb's.
we didn't have to go that
Herb
far
hooked
because
us up.
Johnny had them in the back of his truck.
Oh, man, Johnny. Coming
So,
through. He's around.
Yeah, it reminds me of the old Lowe's patriotic schemes
Yeah.
from the 48 car with Jimmy Johnson.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yep.
Oh, what do you think about this tank?
Well,
This is military right here.
You think so?
Or a Ninja Turtle? I don't know which.
We've given out 3. For me, it's got to be the reptilian of the week.
This is the first time we've had this graphic. And we've already used it 3 times in one show.
There's just
the
something
stupid joke
about
the first time.
this week.
It's even more stupid the third time. But I like it. You're right. There's a lot of reptilian influence. Maybe that's where Justin is this week. That's why he couldn't be here. He's got to go to Charlotte and check all the reptilian cars.
We miss you, Justin.
I like this, though. I'm always digging the Fastenal scheme. It always looks like it's technology with those little cubes and the way they do it. This week they made it camo, and it's straight up kind of G.I. Joe to me.
Yeah,
I dig it.
No, reptilian.
Yeah, well, it is very reptilian. I'll give you that part of it. All right, let's take a look a few more here. Oh, here's the brother.
I feel like we've seen this one before.
Just a little bit. If you'll notice, there's a few small differences. Like on the 19, the 10% is under the save.
Do you think fans at the track are going to say that? And do you think people sitting at home are going to say that?
Yeah,
it's just different.
Yeah, no. Those are going to look a lot alike.
Yes.
I'd say the spotters are going to – that's going to be one they're going to not care for all that longest race of the season, right? The 3 back in 17th at the All-Star race.
Yep.
Not that great, but that's okay. They're not a short track package, but here's somebody who might pull off a win before the year's over.
That is a nice paint scheme right there.
Just especially for a white one.
Faded American flag up on the door there. Oh, I like it. I like it because you know what?
Here comes the money.
That's cash money. That's America right there.
I really hope that he gets a win before the end of the
think he
season
will.
Before he retires.
I think he gets one.
Are they finalizing a contract with Josh Berry?
That's what's going to go down. I mean, listen.
To get in this car?
Josh Berry's going to drive it. Part of me's like, Josh, you should be in a better car.
But
and part of me's like, Stuart Haas, this is probably a pretty. Who are you going to put in there?
Okay.
Cold custard?
Let me ask you this.
Ice cold custard.
Okay.
You can put that in there, it'll melt.
No, I got a better one for you.
What?
Haley Deegan.
Yeah, well, she's going to have to do some driving first.
In the Xfinity series.
Yeah. Well, in the truck series. Like, put some top 5s up. Come on.
No, we got top 10. Start there.
It's a truck series. You want to get promoted to drive the 4 car? One of the best cars?
Speaking of Josh Berry.
Yeah. He deserves
Alex
a good
Bowman's back this week.
Yeah.
Just announced.
So Berry's out of the 48.
Yeah, so if Berry drives in the Cup Series again this season, where's that opportunity coming?
It'd have to be Hendrick again. It's got to be
William
Byron's got to throw himself down a flight of stairs or something.
I was going to say,
does 6 weeks.
Does Josh Berry get another opportunity in the Cup
don't know.
Series where he does not have to sub for somebody?
No, I don't think so.
You think he only gets the opportunity to sub?
Yeah, and I mean he's still a Chevrolet driver right now.
Yes.
And he's going to be signed to Ford, and he's driving for Junior. So there's a lot of things there.
So you think he could go any Chevy car if the opportunity is
this
there?
year?
Yeah.
Maybe still the rest
or
of this year.
do they start latching on to this Ford thing
here? If he signs with Ford,
does he get into the 15?
I don't know, and I doubt very much he's going to leave Xfinity. He's going to run for that title. So
yes, but I hope he gets another Cup Series opportunity because he's going to need it for next year. Because once they know someone's moving up, they start finding rides for him.
Right, yeah. It's a good possibility.
So,
but just with the crossover, I think that's going to be his problem.
Yeah, Chevy and
Let's
Ford.
take a look at one more before we go. Yeah, there's another Ford, and this picture does not do it justice. This car is hot. It pops in person.
Brad gets the best paint schemes. He's
Absolutely.
getting the paint schemes right.
Absolutely.
He's not winning, but he's looking good not doing it.
That's almost as important as.
But he's getting all the great paint schemes because have you seen a great paint scheme on the 17 car yet this season?
Yes, I've liked the 17s. I've liked the 6s. I think RFK as a whole has been killing paint schemes. I really love it.
Trackhouse.
And Trackhouse, yeah. Trackhouse doing it big. You know, they love it over there. Listen, if you can't win all the races, look good doing it. That's my motto. I'm down for it. I tell you what, also I'm down for is giving away prizes to people who just tell me who wins the race. All you got to do is comment who wins the 600 before the 600 starts.
That is true.
You get 3 autographs mailed to you. You don't want them? Fine. Burn your mail. I don't care. Do whatever you got to do. But I'll tell you what, while we're talking about getting things for free, I want to tell you about other values. check out this ad from White Blaze Outdoors.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
Wrap it up. Going ready for the 600, showing off the paint scheme.
Longest race of the year?
Yeah.
Is it going to be the longest podcast of the year?
I don't know. We had a 40-minute segment last time you were on. Maybe we can get crazy. I don't know. Let's see if we can stay on the air for 3 hours looking at 37 cars. It's possible, I suppose. Let's look at the next one. Oh, Liberty University.
There is not a better university to have a red, white, and blue scheme.
Exactly. It's their colors. They're ready for this. Is
that digital camo worked in there?
It is a little digital blue camo, which I'm digging. Again, I like Willie B. I like. I got my master's degree at Liberty. I learned a lot there.
You helped pay for this paint scheme.
Yeah, I probably did, didn't I? Or I will. I don't know. Let's see. See if come get me, collectors. See if I'll pay my student loans. No, I'm just joking. I like this. I think it's hot. It's different, but it's cool. Listen. I just fell in love with it. I'm sorry. I'm going to make it my wrap of the week. I'm partial, I know, but that's a hot car.
All right.
Just got the biggest college energy of the week by far.
It absolutely is, because you know what? Liberty is not. It's not Disney World.
I ain't going to Disney World either.
That's true. They used to fine people at Liberty for wearing blue jeans and things, I'm told. So that's very.
Yeah. No.
I think
no shorts to class there.
Now, the more I think of it, a lot of political implications. Walt Disney World and Liberty University may be polar opposites of each other.
That's another podcast for another time. What's the next car here?
Let's take a look. We got the number 2 coming out.
Yeah, you would have had me fooled and thought it was the number 12 car.
Right? Because
it's the number 2 this week.
Same thing. Listen, he's trying to get in the electric car game. He's got these Duracell batteries they're trying to run.
Are you sure that's the right paint scheme for this week?
That's what the paper said.
It says Cindric on the window and not a military name.
Well, you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah,
it does not have the military banner. You're right. You caught me there because they did not show it to us, but it will be this paint scheme with the military banner.
That
will be red.
It doesn't feel like it fits in, just like Throwback Weekend going against the grain again.
Yeah. So I think there should be a rule that Throwback Weekend you have to have a throwback.
I don't.
Even if your sponsor's like, no, you're like, screw you, sponsor. You're going to do it. Some things are too important.
This one doesn't impress me much.
Yeah, that's what Shania Twain said about it, too. She did not care for it.
Can we get that on the pad next week?
Got Talladega for you. That's close enough, right? Talladega. Every time I hear that song, is it just me or in my head I hear fried tomatoes? Is that in the song?
No, I like it, Talladega.
Okay. I do like it, too. It sticks in my head every time we're in Talladega I hear it. Here, listen. Regular paint scheme, but they've updated it with the banner. There's a small change to it to be for Memorial Day. On the back, on the bumper, it has 2 of the red flowers, that they hand out for veterans.
I got you.
It's something.
It doesn't look bad.
No.
It's cool. It's
green race cars are supposed to be unlucky. Kyle Busch got lucky in the crunch of green, though.
So used to for 15 years that
Yeah.
Kyle Busch was going to have one of the same sponsors, the same looking car every week.
Right.
And this year, he is something different every week.
He's got it going around, don't he? They didn't have a problem finding sponsors over there at RCR, do they?
No,
JGR makes you realize they made some different decisions than what Papal does over at RCR.
That is true.
Number 8 didn't have a good take. I listened. The 42 got voted in to the race, the All-Star race, just on the fan vote after he got in a wreck.
Well, was it you think the fight with Chastain probably helped him get that fan vote?
Yeah. Probably, yeah. It drove some attention. He's definitely out. You know what? He's this generation's Michael Waltrip. That's how I feel about
Michael Waltrip?
Michael Waltrip, listen, I'm not saying driving. He hasn't won any races either, though, but I'm not talking about driver, just the attitude. Michael Waltrip was willing to be funny. Michael Waltrip was willing to go out and talk to people and do things, some of the other drivers wouldn't. He was willing to get silly. And Noah's got that same kind of attitude, and people are drawn to it.
Well, I'm looking at these. Who could have won the fan vote here?
Yeah.
And
who would you have voted for other than Noah before him? I like Noah. I got the Black Rifle shirt.
So they wait till the end they wait till the end to reveal it.
Yeah, because if let's say now Noah may not have actually won the fan vote.
I was gonna say maybe it was Ty.
Could have been, yeah, maybe Ty. Like I don't think Ty won the fan vote, but if Ty, or it would have to be in Ty.
Or
so most likely Noah did win the fan vote because I don't think Ty beat him.
Or like a Corey or
well, if Corey would have got he's already on the thing, yeah. So
I think
what you're saying. Yeah.
I guess the other candidates for a good fan vote would have been Corey.
Ryan Newman. You know
Ryan Newman maybe, but maybe like
Ryan
Priest.
Just showed up a week before.
People like Ryan Priest.
Yeah. Eric Almirola. Who doesn't like Eric Almirola? Yeah. You know who loves Eric Almirola? People who hate pigs.
You're the boss, Jimmy. I'm the boss.
And Jimmy didn't give him a throwback. I guess that's probably Black Rifle's doing. Yeah. But I'm all right with it. Whatever. Look at this. Coca-Cola back again for the 47. Giving all that big money over at JGR and Kroger. This week, though, the Coca-Cola's changed up for the military scheme.
Looks pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Though.
It's pretty cool, right?
Like, it looks good.
It's like photorealism printing and some stuff. I dig it, man.
I think for me, this has got to be the one of the week right here.
Ooh, man. What an honor.
I'm
sure Ricky is probably feeling better about just driving that 47 car now.
I get Batman vibes from this.
Oh, that's interesting. I kind of get the feel. I see the black and
what kind of Coke Zero is that?
I don't know what
Coke
that is. It's something gold with black eyes, some special thing. I didn't investigate.
Looks
that
good
much.
on the car.
It does look good. I'm Ricky. Every week, different paint scheme. He is the paint scheme streamer.
Much better upgrade from the last time he did the show on the Country Crock.
Sure. Listen, I dig it though. I dig that brown stripe on the white. I know it's a little weird, but it's early 80s.
This one is, as you say, hot.
It is a hottie. Look at him. He's got the stars. He's got the stripes. They're having a big party.
The black.
Yeah. I got black. I got white. What do you want?
What's more What's more American than bacon?
Oh, man. American flags.
A corn dog?
That's the corn dog, man.
Maybe. Is the corn dog American? The corn dog isn't. Is it the only American food? Hamburgers aren't American.
They're not.
Hot dogs are really just from Germany, right?
This one's bringing the energy.
Yeah. Corn dogs, Coney Island. That might be our American food. I don't know. Bacon wrapped corn dogs. I've seen them. Smithfield makes a breakfast corn dog. Sausage.
I got to try that.
You do have to try that. Oh, look. Here's a teammate. They were together, the 41. I don't like this one as much as the other Stuart Hausts.
No.
I don't like the stripes. It makes it look clownish.
You know what? I admire the Stuart Haas said, we're going all in on the theme this week.
Yeah, I'll give them that.
And they're all patriotic. So at least give the team credit for that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm digging that.
Can they last for 600 miles? We'll see.
Oh, man, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the Fords need to find something somewhere, that's for sure. Priest here got fourth in the Open and never made the All-Star. He's got a hot car this week, though. 16. Add some American flags on there. They changed it up a little bit.
Not having a great year, is he?
He is not.
He had a much better year filling in.
I know. Isn't it weird? You think you'd get some rhythm full time.
Yeah, I don't know. He that demotion might be coming.
I don't know.
Might be the first driver ever to get demoted twice to the Xfinity Series.
But is the 31 really running that great either?
Well, did it ever run that great?
Exactly.
But this guy ran well last year as a sub.
Maybe he was just
not a sub,
carrying it on his back.
A ringer.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were throwing everything they had at trying to get Kyle Busch over there.
We got some road courses coming up. Don't sleep on this guy, even being in the playoffs.
Listen, I gave up on that idea. I said at the start of the year he was going to like the 8, and I gave up.
And,
the 15 car last week, you know who drove it?
15 last week?
Yes.
The 51 was Ryan Newman, right?
Right. Ryan Newman was in the 51. So the 15 last week
Who was in the
J.J. Yaley, right?
Yes, J.J. Yaley.
So J.J.'s back in the 15 again.
Okay.
So they've kind of had the same driver set up for 2 weeks.
Warm it up for Josh Berry.
Right? Maybe. There's a very good possibility. J.J. was in this car last week. Now, J.J.'s not in this car this week. No, J.J. is in this car this week. Okay. They keep moving them back and forth.
Okay. It's a tough car to keep up with.
Especially J.J. J.J. himself sometimes is in the 51. Sometimes he's in the 15. They're like JJ's the only main driver they got, but they won't give him one car.
This car right here, this is like the Ford All-Star car, right?
Kinda, yeah.
We're gonna.
It runs Rick Ware equipment, I believe, when JJ or somebody gets it. But then when it's not JJ, and they give it the All-Star treatment, I think it comes out of the Stuart Haas garage.
It's
better prepared, I believe.
Josh Berry's getting it.
He might. I don't like the scheme. It's too simple. It is American, though. Listen, I think that's just the regular logo for this company.
Matt DiBenedetto.
But it fitted. Matt would have been a good choice for this, I feel.
And
here's your boy, Ty Dillon. Ty.
Yep.
No American scheme this week.
Yeah.
What's up, Ferris? Come on. Show us. I mean, change that black to blue for this 1 week, and you could have done it all right there.
Yep.
Ty, I'm feeling bad for, but you know what I always say about Ty? He's a magic man, and he will find a way to be in a car always. So
that is true.
Count him out.
He is on a full race schedule this year.
He is.
Right?
He's full-time 77. Now, the points-wise, he's maybe last place of full-time drivers. Yes. I'm sorry to say. B.J. McLeod is right behind him, not far, but B.J. also has drove 3 less races. Ryan Newman's way behind him, but of course has only drove, one race. So out of anybody who's driving full-time, Ty is your last place man this year. I think the 7 maybe gets everything over there. Poor Ty. Have a good one, Ty.
He doesn't have that Rick Hendrick money coming.
That's true.
What is this sponsor? Can you care to elaborate on this sponsor? Aerovante.
Yeah.
Aerovante.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Italian company, it sounds like.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Is that a Rick Hendrick company?
Has something, it might be. He sends money to Corey all the time. I want to think it has something to do with the air. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's got to do with airplanes.
Can you care if I search
No,
this
go ahead.
quick?
They couldn't even see you're doing it. It just looks like you're looking into the deck lid of the car right now on the screen. It's an interesting scheme. I saw it earlier in the year. They debuted it. I like it. I kind of don't like just the white on top, but I do like the side part. And it's got the name real big. That's kind of cool. I don't look for the 7 or the 77 to have a stellar year.
It does have a 1-star rating on Google reviews.
Aerovante does?
Aerovante.
Ooh, Aerovante. Is it the size of coffee I get at Starbucks?
Private Aviation out of Annapolis, Maryland.
Oh, okay. So it is a
book a private flight.
And it's
got
1 star?
It's got 1 star, 2 reviews on Google.
Okay. Well, that's right. They need some PR. Okay.
Yes. So
maybe
hopefully
the 7 can get them something.
I'll have to do further research if it is a Rick Hendrick company.
Yeah. You never know about Rick. Listen, let's take a break, see what Rick's up to. Don't forget, we're giving away autographs as always. You just got to tell us who's winning. But the most important thing about watching anything to do with Wrap It Up is understanding that there is one company always there for you in the time of need. You're in good hands like a neighbor with White Blaze Outdoors.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
And Wrap It Up is back. We are looking at every paint scheme that's ever going to run in the race of the 600 this coming weekend.
Yes.
And
exciting race.
It's going to be a long race. You ever been to the 600?
Longer than this podcast. No, I've been to Charlotte. I've never been to the 600. Have you?
I have been to the 600 one time. I want to say 2014. That's when the Fox TV cable fell and hit the track and cut Kyle's car he was leading. And then Harvick wound up winning the race in the 29. Maybe his last year in the 29. Is that right?
Yeah. How much did that affect Kyle's car?
Totally ruined the race for him. He was completely in the lead, and then it just pulled a thing in the front, and he was done.
Wow.
He ran, but he couldn't make laps. Air was over. That was a freak accident. They should have let him fix that or something. But anyway, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a long race, I'll tell you that. And it's going to be even longer for B.J. McLeod in the 78 car. He's got the blaster.
Blaster.
Get him. He got a blaster. Woo.
Hendrick.
Oh, blaster. You know what I learned this week?
Here, I'll tell you about this week.
What is it? No chance. Absolutely.
How many laps do they complete?
Oh, man. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to say BJ has a great race. I'm going to give him 320 laps.
Okay.
That's a long way.
Yeah,
But then he's going to break down.
I saw Darlington interview. You asked one of the guys at Darlington.
Right.
200 points.
Yeah.
Does Brennan Poole finish 36?
And he did. I was right.
And what car was Brennan Poole in that
He
week?
was in the 15.
The 15, okay.
Yep. So that's what JJ's got this. Now, they also mentioned maybe the same guys that they believe the worst car, worse than Rick Ware, was the 78 car. You know what I learned just this week, though, about the 78 car? The 78 car is actually housed and coming out of the RCR shop. Now, they're obviously not getting all the RCR stuff, but they are getting ECR engines and stuff.
Wow.
And the fact, like, at Darlington, I did watch him a little bit, and he was the first one a lap down and then 2 laps down. And he just basically waited for the 15 to fall apart before he was, like, parking it. So, like, he got a lot of spots just on the fact of he just kept driving. He was not beating anybody. He just kept driving around slowly.
So, the first year.
He was in the way a lot.
First year of Trackhouse in 99.
Yeah.
When 99 was their only car.
Right.
They were out of the same shop.
Right. And I believe that is that spot. I believe when the one in the 99 moved into their own and moved up to Trackhouse, that the 78 took that position.
We bought out Ganassi.
Right? I know.
I say it as if I work for them.
You're part of it. You're part of the team. You cheer. Speaking of a team, you know what? This is not a patriotic scheme, but I like this better than the regular Motorcraft scheme for the 21 because I think it fits the car better. I'm not saying I love the scheme. I just say I like it better on this body than the other one.
Yes.
I do. A black door number. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
Harrison Burton, he got any shot at the 600, you think? He was leading some laps a couple weeks ago. He was acting like he's going to do something.
Well,
But,
hey, he's getting the same resources as Austin Cindric, and he might be running a little bit better.
Yeah, well, that's true. Honestly, if anything, the 21 is the test car for Penske, for Ford. So if they're trying out something weird, they'll put it on the 21 before they put it on the 2. So really the 2 might be in more dependable, good shape. The 21's a little more experimental.
Yeah.
So if he's running better, that shows some good driving.
Yep.
All right. 51 coming in.
Whoa. Who's in it this week?
You're never going to believe this. This is mind-blowing. It is the greatest driver in the field this week, the man who can't be held down, Todd Gilliland.
Todd Gilliland is in this car.
He is kicked out of his own car. This is one of the weeks. He's kicked out for Smith to drive, the 38.
Garrett's, wait. No.
Chandler Smith's the 13. This is
who's in the 38?
It's not Sammy Smith. It's not Chandler Smith. It's the other Smith who, if you said, what's his name? I can't think of it. Oh, my God. Oh, so.
Josh Berry?
No. Give me a second. It'll pop in my head. But, so the 38 car has the Smith from the Truck Series, number 30. Zane Smith.
Zane Smith.
Yes, there we go.
As soon as you said Truck Series.
Yes. He's going to run the 38 this week, and they're going to kick Todd out, and Todd gets to go over, like you said, to the All-Star 4 card, but they're going to put 51 on it this week instead of 15 for whatever reason. And Rudebush, which is a company that
Rudebush
doesn't like Kyle Busch, apparently.
Rudebush.
It's kind of like a Rowdy R symbol almost, isn't it?
It is.
They've sponsored the 38.
So how many races do you think that Todd Gilliland gets kicked out of his own car?
Todd Gilliland has been kicked out of the 38 car for 5 races this year. Or 6. So 6 races. But at the start of the year, when they decided this, he was going to get – or no, I take that back. Zane Smith's running 6. Todd gets kicked out of his own car for Zane to be in for 5 of them because Zane drove the 36 instead of the 38 for one race. So, but Todd didn't have any options, but then they found him the 51 for the first time, and then they put him in the 36 themselves instead of – why do you not leave him in his own car and put the other guy in the 36 instead of swapping them?
Wow. But
then, So Ford's taking care of him. He's running the full season, but his car can't win the championship, but he can as a driver.
And is it this weekend? His dad gets back in a truck of his own team.
Oh, I did not know that.
He's getting in his.
I didn't know he's running it.
Yes.
So he's running trucks. Wow.
His dad is getting back in a truck for the first time in a while.
Okay.
This weekend,
probably
I think.
the last time he was in a truck, he raced against Todd. Him and Todd were having a big battle in that last race that David was in. I remember that distinctly. Here's the teammate to the front row motorsports craziness that we were just talking about.
What is this?
Michael
Chicago
McDowell.
what? Pneumatics?
Pneumatics, yes. And compressors. So it's like a compressor. We used to have a compressor factory here. And
That's true.
employed a lot of people in our area in Bristol.
did.
Bristol Compressors, it was called. We made a lot of them. I worked there once for 3 days. My wife worked there summers in college, putting together.
Wow.
Man, it was a hard job. I had to lift compressor motors off of a belt, turn the crankshaft, make it move with my arm, and set it on another belt continually like this fast for 12 hours a day. And I found another job real fast after that. I was like, that's enough
Tough
labor
work,
for me.
Tough work.
So they're making compressors somewhere. Not a patriotic scheme, something different. It's not a bad scheme. It's simple, but it's cool.
Yeah. It's always easy to spot McDowell in the field.
Yeah.
Not this week.
Man, McDowell was my hero last week. He wasn't taking no crap.
Not a Ty Gibbs fan, are you?
It's not that I got anything against Ty. It's just McDowell felt he was wronged, and he had the spirit of Matt Kenseth upon him at Martinsville, and he's like, we're going to teach this boy something. So he went out there, and I really believe he could.
I think McDowell's a good driver.
He is.
He's
great
just never
driver.
had the equipment to go after you.
Exactly.
I think you put him in the. Put him in the 15. He's getting after it.
The 50. Oh God! Listen, I think you put him in a Hendricks car, he'd win more races. He's won the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
I think you put him in a good car, he could win a couple races.
He's great at road courses.
Right.
Great at super speedways.
Absolutely. He's a road course ringer, is what he's supposed to be.
He's not a ringer anymore.
Well, no, of course not. But I'm just saying that was his expertise,
But you say great at road courses, great at super speedways, which is 6 races now if you count Atlanta, and 6 or 7 road courses.
Right, yeah, it's like
that's 14 races, man.
I know, right?
Give him equipment.
He's running good at mile and a halfs, man.
All right, put him in the 4 car next year.
I'll be honest with you.
Josh Berry needs to work his way up.
If you put him in the 4 car, I think he might win a race in the 4 car. You put him in a Hendricks car, he'll definitely win a race.
Yeah.
But I think he might be able to win the 4 car.
I've just always liked him.
I have too. He's a good guy.
So,
but he's just been pressed down, and I hope good things for him. 31 car got a little bit of mix-up this week.
Wow.
Changed it
Even
up.
for throwback weekend, it didn't get mixed up.
Right? They red, white, and blued it. They got instead of leaves, they got some stars up there.
Nothing more American than guarding your gutters.
Listen, I do it. I have a leaf filter. I bought leaf filter because I saw it on NASCAR.
Wow.
The guy asked me when he came to my house to do the estimate, he's like, how did you hear about us? I was like, I saw the NASCAR. Listen, tell companies. I understand how market research works. Companies want to hear that you are supporting that driver. They want that feedback, that media feedback.
Yeah.
If you put things on social media that you're doing it because you saw it on a NASCAR, companies will continue to invest in the sport. It's just how it works, folks.
Yeah.
Cash in. Just send them random things. It may seem weird, but it'll work out. 31 car. He got any chance? No, he does not.
Nope.
Here's Zane's car. He has camouflaged up the boot barn car. Talk about 80s, 70s camo. Man, this is
G.I. Joe.
This is a very G.I. Joe, isn't it? Even the sponsor just seems like something that would be on a toy in the
Boot
boot
barn.
Just something they made up
We have that here in Bristol.
We do.
Now.
We got one at the Pinnacle, don't
Yeah.
we? You ever go to the boot barn?
I've never been there.
There was a time when I was a young teenager, 14, 15, in the early 90s, we all thought we were cowboys, and I'd wear a hat and boots and everything.
Yeah.
But I got out of that, and I'm more of a Vans man. I'm more of a skate shoe guy after that, and since that, so I don't spend a lot of time in Boot Barn. I mean, I got a pair of Justins now, but I'm not paying big money for boots.
Absolutely.
So. But Zane, you think Zane's got anything? I'll tell you this. Todd Gilliland has beat Zane every time they put him in his Todd Gilliland's car. So that says something.
That's a great. Can we pick who's finishing last this week?
Well, sure. We'll pick who's finished first. We might as well. I got it right last week. I've never got right who wins. I can pick who finishes last, so that's not bad. All right, so didn't run last week. Jimmy's running the 600.
Jimmy's in the race this week.
You're the boss, Jimmy.
He's going to do it.
I'm the boss.
This used to be like his race.
Oh, yeah. That's why he's doing
It
it.
used to be Lowe's Motor Speedway.
Right.
Hendrick is literally across the street.
Yeah.
This used to be his race.
Right. That's why he's going to do it. I think he thinks he got a shot. We're going to find out what a fourth-tier Chevy can do. That's for sure. But then again, I don't know. Are we?
Fourth tier?
That's the breakdown I understand of how it goes, that Petty GMS, which is Legacy now, last year when it was broke down to me, Petty GMS was at least fourth tier. Hendrick had tier 1 rights. There's a tier 3 or 2, like RCR might be in there. Maybe 3. Maybe they said this was 3 and Spire was 4. Maybe there was only 4 steps. So
Trackhouse.
if he is 4,
Trackhouse
Trackhouse actually is in like moving up. They're like second, first now.
Yeah.
That's why Rick at Darlington was so, and well, it wasn't Rick, but he did mention it. Like, and who was it? The 40? No, it was the 1 and the 5 had the problem at Darlington.
Yeah.
And the 5's crew chief gets on the radio and is hollering, "You see this Chevy? You see this Chevy?" Wanting Chevy to interfere.
Yeah.
Giving support to Trackhouse. So anyway, but Jimmy says, forget all that. I'll go to Toyota and be equal with everybody else. That's all of the people who are running. We got 37 cars running the 600 this week. Jordan, who do you think wins first of all?
It's a race of attrition. You gotta last all night.
I believe it's absolutely a race about nutrition.
Attrition.
Oh, okay. Well, that's totally
it's a
different.
Test of attrition.
I thought it was who got more hungry and pulled over and had to eat.
My pick for
Yeah.
next week's race.
Yes. This weekend, the 600, the endurance race. Who does it?
I think.
We don't think about this ahead of time. That's a bad idea.
I think Chase Elliott gets it done this week.
Wow, that's a big pick, and I didn't see that coming. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, Chase Elliott gets it done.
It's a good one. Okay.
It's a Hendrick race.
It is a Hendrick race, and I'm going to make a Hendrick pick as well. And listen, I've been on these 2 guys a lot this year, but they've been winning a lot. I think they're maybe the 2 best cars in the field so far this season. And I keep picking the 2 of them, and they alternate. And this week I'm going 24. It's going to be Big Swick Willie B.
Hendrick.
Using that Hendrick money.
So we were both going Hendrick.
They're going to get it done is what I say. Who do you think gets last?
Who I think gets last?
Who's that?
I'm going to go with J.J. Yaley.
J.J. Yaley in the 15. That's a very good guess. I think the car, even if J.J. can withstand it, will break on him. But I think there can be somebody go out early in a stupid wreck, possibly, and I'm going to pick somebody random. I'm throwing this out here. I don't have any feeling. It's just an odd thing. I'm going to say the 3 car goes out first. Fill in the 3. I'm pulling it out of space. The 3 car.
I think the 3 car is a contender this week.
You know what? I believe he is too. He could be, but I believe he just gets taken out.
Won the race before.
Yeah, I have no doubt Austin can win the race. He's done it before. If the situation's right, and I believe RCR is getting better, but I just think it's bad luck for him this week. It's just the
wrecking ball came in and made us 3 wide.
Maybe somebody takes him out.
Well,
it's not going to be your boy Ty Dillon though. So
Ty Dillon.
all right, folks.
Thanks for having me on again this week.
Thanks for
Glad
being
to be back.
on, my folks. My co-host Jordan Blackson coming in, filling in this week. One last thing as we go. Remember, we've always got things we don't want anymore that we want you to own. So just tell us who's going to win the race, and you can win these 3 autographs from 2 champions and a champion hitter person. Very mad. Jordan, any ending thoughts as we go out for the world?
No, just you got 2 legs, use them.
Good job bringing it all back. Love it. Love all of y'all. Y'all have a good night. We love you. Bye-bye.